Hey, I'm Pastor G.J. Barnes, and I help Christians and people who believe in Christ to walk in their full purpose through entrepreneurship. I believe that God has called us as kingdom-minded believers to not just simply be people who are waiting on others, but to go out there, build what God called us to do, walk in our full purpose. And so today, as I inspire those who are entrepreneurs, who are building businesses, who are building nonprofits, I'm grateful God has used me and my wife to help thousands of people to build their purpose. And today I want to talk to those who may be wondering, how do I get to the next level? How do I grow my business? Pastor, I started something, but I am stuck, or I am seeking to grow. I want to share with you some insights and some wisdom and some of the things we've learned as we have grown and coached so many people to grow businesses on some of the things you've got to do. And so I'm excited. Again, welcome. One of the things I want to speak to today are to those particularly who have service-based businesses. These are businesses where you are doing something for someone else, whether you are, doing hair, whether you are working and doing work for them, landscaping, you're helping, tutoring, anything of that nature that's a service-based business. And I want to share with you some of the ways that you can build your business. You can really make sure you don't get stuck, or that you're clear about how to get to the next level. Now, we've had experiences building service-based businesses from zero all the way to millions. And so we've had the opportunity to be able to see how it works, not only for years now, but also even building one from scratch in 2023. And so I want to share with you some of the things that are so critical as you are building specifically your service-based business. First and foremost, when you're starting a service-based business, I always tell people, number one, you've got to know what you're doing. And so at the foundation and at the core of your business is your expertise, is whatever you are doing. And so I always inspire my entrepreneurs to never disregard your expertise or sharpening your expertise, whatever it is. Because one of the things that will help you and propel you to grow, especially as you start to get on the arc of moving it to millions, is really you being able to do something that your customer and the market believes you are one of the best at doing, period. All right. No matter what it is, your expertise will really begin to make a way in the market. Now, this may not be something that will propel you really super fast in the beginning, but it is something that will grow you after you get started and after you get moving. Because when people, your customers, the market believes that you are the best or one of the best at what you're doing, that right there is going to help you to reduce your budget on spending money to market and to get to other people. It's going to help you to reduce your budget on advertising, on flyers, on other things that would cost you by you sharpening your skills at the beginning, to the point where you have to say to yourself, am I the best or one of the best in my area? All right, period. You've got to be one of the best, or really the best in your area, and really seeking to grow your geographical area in which you are the best at. That right there is going to help you, because at the end of the day, unless you want to do a service-based business just to kind of keep it on the side and do it every once in a while, unless that's your goal, then your goal should be, to be full-time, to really take this to the next level, get all the way to millions of dollars in revenue. So number one, don't disregard that. All right. If that means you got to be sharpening your skill and your talent, make sure you build that in. That's a part of your business. All right. One of the things that sometimes people get wrong is that, hey, once I get past a certain level and, I'm, sufficient at whatever my service is, I'm sufficient, I'm certified, I'm licensed, I'm good, I can do it, then I never got to think about it again. But what I want to tell you is that to get you to that next trajectory, to get you to millions of dollars and sustain you to full-time business to where you can really grow, is you got to never stop learning. You got to stay sharp and don't disregard that. All right. Now, here's the second thing that's going to be really helpful that I found that really helps, especially when you are starting off, especially when nobody knows you, right? Sure, it can take years to develop a reputation. It can take years for people to really start to understand your service and that to start to spread around, and then people know you. But how do you really, start that? How do you do that? And you know what? You say, Pastor, I believe God has called me to something. I've got kingdom business, but I don't have 5 years, or I don't want to take 5 years to just build my reputation to start my business. Well, you don't have to wait 5 years to get rolling. And today I want to share with you some of the secrets on how to build this service-based business, especially from the beginning. All right. Here's what you got to do. You got to be willing to deliver value for no cost. All right. You got to be willing to deliver value for no cost. Now, what does that mean? Delivering value can come in all sorts of ways. One of the models that you'll hear in business education is the business model of something called the freemium model. All right, freemium. Now, the freemium model is often used in companies that do what's called software as a service, apps, web-based apps, etc. But it's also used in the high-end service-based business. Now, what freemium means, if you can think about it, it's a merger between the word free and premium. All right, it's really free and premium being combined together. The freemium model says, I'm going to deliver something for free to my customers, something for free. Now, not just anything free, but delivering value. All right. They have to value it. Like you can give away a whole bunch of stuff for free, but if nobody values it, then you're wasting your time and you're actually hurting yourself in the long run. So when you're trying to build your service-based business, when you're trying to establish yourself, the freemium model, particularly being willing to deliver value for free first, is core. Now, what does that mean? What we found is that delivering value first doesn't have to necessarily mean that you're giving away all your services for free. All right. Sure, that would be valuable perhaps, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. What you have to realize is that all you have to do is think of ways that you can deliver value to your customer. How can you provide value to them? And here's why you are doing this. Here's why this works. Here's why this is so critical. It's critical because when you're in a service-based business and you're trying to grow, one of the things you have to accomplish is you got to gain trust from your customers. Your customers have to trust you. Again, you could take 5 years in building your reputation and having customers look at you from afar. And then after 5 years, okay, now I trust you. But one of the things that many of us say, Pastor, I don't want to wait 5 years. Then what you've got to do is you've got to deliver trust. You've got to do it in a much more intentional way. And how you do that is be willing to deliver something of value to them first. Now, there's a whole bunch of things that you got to, be clear about, even as you're thinking about this, right? You got to be clear about who are your customers. All right. Who are your customers? Who are the ones, the potential market? Who are the people who would be actually making the decision to purchase your services? Okay. And 2, you got to be willing to think about what they would value, what they do value, and what you're willing to give them for free. Now, as I said before, it doesn't have to be your whole service, but it has to be something. All right. So, for example, let me give you an example. So, let's say you are let's say you're a salon owner, and let's say you actually are a salon professional. All right. Let's say you are a stylist, and you're saying, okay, I'm a stylist. I want to really establish myself. I have a shop, and I have my own, booth. Obviously, I may rent it out to others, but I have my own. How do I establish this value, right? And I don't want to necessarily do hair for free, right? I mean, that could be something you do, right? But maybe you don't want to do that. So there's a lot of ways that you can also deliver value to your customers that can establish that trust, establish that relationship. So for example, you could make a short video about, the 5 things that people or potential customers in your market need to know. All right. That would be valuable to them. All right. So let's say, I'm a salon owner and a stylist. You can deliver some kind of video, some kind of webinar, some kind of course, something that could be valuable to them, something to the degree of, 5 ways to make your hairstyle last longer. All right. Something of that nature. And you can market it to potential customers to say, hey, you know what? I've got this free 20-minute course that I built. You could make a little course. I did this free 20-minute course, 5 ways to have your hairstyle last longer. And you can create a little course, create a little video, create a little website, and then simply create something where you get their information, their name, email, and phone number, and say, give me your name, email, and phone number, and I'm going to give you this course that I've learned that is effective, that is, useful on the 5 ways you can make your hairstyle last longer, right? And again, I'm assuming this, as y'all see, I don't have hair and I'm not one to use a hairstylist, but I'm just providing an example and an idea that potentially could be valuable to your customer, right? Because if your customer base says, hey, I love getting my hair styled, but it only lasts a week or it only lasts however it lasts, and people want it to last longer, you could say, hey, these are the 5 ways you can make your hairstyle last longer, and give them things that would be valuable unto them. What you're doing is when you provide that, you've given it away for free, you know who you've given it to, and you're establishing trust. Now they know who you are, and they say, hey, you've given me something for free. I see what it was. I see the information is valuable. Yes, you hope that the information does work. Now, when you are coming to them, and sharing about your salon, you being a stylist, they're going to be much more likely to come to you, pay attention to you, because they've established a relationship with trust with you. All right. So again, you have to be willing to deliver something of value to your customers first for no charge. All right. Let's say you're another type of service-based business. All right. Let's say you are a landscaper. All right. Let's say you cut grass and you are a landscaper, another service-based business. All right. Cutting grass is maybe the bulk of what you do, but you also, do arrangements, make people's houses look nice, put the lights on their, areas, all the sort of thing. Right. How do you establish trust? So again, deliver something of value first. All right. Deliver something of value first. So for individuals who are in that market, right, potential customers, because you want to deliver value to your potential customers, you could create something to say, hey, these are the, best places to purchase mulch from in this area. Here are the 5 top places to purchase mulch. I've got a special report where I'm going to show you all the nurseries to get, the best mulch and the best price, right? Something of that nature, right? And the idea is, hey, some of us just go straight to the big box stores, but there are all sorts of nurseries that maybe you don't know about that deliver better mulch, better prices, maybe more selection, et cetera. So you can compile something that will be valuable unto them. So say, hey, as a landscaper, we've compiled sort of these maybe secret places that you don't know about to get the best mulch, or we're going to show you ways that you can take a small patch of area and transform it into a wonderful looking garden space, right? Or you can create a report or a small, again, 5-minute course and say, hey, we're going to show you how you can take $75 and make a small patch of area wonderful. We're going to show you how to do that. And we're going to show you with all the tools, how to go, where to go, places to go, etc. Make it really easy. So again, something of value so that you've established that relationship with your potential customer base. You've got their attention now. All right. People are seeing that you know what you're talking about. All right. They're beginning to see you as an expert in the field. If you can do this with the small area where you create these small flowers, you've established small grass, etc., then people begin to really understand that, hey, you're a person that I think you know what you're talking about. I would love to have you. Another small course or a short report or something of value. Or you could say, hey, I'm going to text you the, here's an opportunity. You could create a program for free. All right. And say, hey, for free, I'm going to text you, in the next 3 months on the best days and times to water your grass so that your grass is most healthy. All right. Think about that. And you can build, you can have a system. There's systems out there where you can do this automatically, by the way. So you can take, a bunch of people, you can take, hundreds of people a part of your, list, a part of this program that you create. And you say, hey, what we're going to do is for free, we're going to send you a text message on the days and times and remind you when you should be watering grass based on where the sun is, what the temperature is, right? And you can target a particular area. Think about how effective that will be. That, hey, my landscaper that I at first knew nothing about, now it's going to tell me when the best time. Because one of the things I remember back when I was sort of, working on trying to do the grass fight is when should I water it? When is it too hot? How often should I water it? Things of that nature, right? And so if I had somebody to guide me, week in and week out or every day or however much it could work to say, hey, this is when you water it. This is when you shouldn't. It's too hot. The sun is up at, 12 o'clock in the middle of the sky. You'll burn your grass. Don't do it. That kind of thing. Or how often should I apply fertilizer? How often should I apply things that will get rid of weeds. So again, there are all sorts of ways you can do this. It will deliver value. And I know for me, man, it's one thing to go to the store and buy the product. It's another thing to know how to use it. And we don't like following instructions, right? So again, that's another opportunity to deliver value. And what I want to tell you is that when you implement this, when you understand your customer base, when you really make sure, hey, I'm spending the time to really be great at my service, and you're willing to deliver value to your customer for free first, that right there is going to give you an edge, and people will establish that relationship with you, and you'll be better on your way, and you'll do it much faster at establishing your customer base, growing, and getting you to the place of $1 million in revenue. All right. Well, I pray this was something that was a blessing to you. It's been a blessing to me. I've seen it work. We've implemented it. I've coached others and seen it work, how we established that relationship and how it was able to grow service-based businesses. But one of the things that we also know is that we too deliver value to our customer base. And so today, as you're watching this and you're watching this video, when you're saying, Pastor, I believe it. I know God has given me a purpose to start a business, to build something, but I don't know what to do. Well, we created something we call the 21-day entrepreneur crash course. That's right. To help you in the next 21 days, learn how to start your business from scratch, all the way from making sure you understand yourself, understanding your own gifts, passion and purpose, understanding your own abilities and your strengths, looking at the marketplace, all the way to learning how to market, how to test your product, what industry to choose. And we'll get you all the way to the point of setting up accounting packages. And so I want to invite you to be a part of this 21-day entrepreneur crash course. It's a part of the organization that my wife and I built to help people start and grow their business or nonprofit. But we believe that it is such a good program, and it is so important for people in the kingdom to do it, that we give away our 21-day crash course for free. That's right. There's no charge. And so all you've got to do, visit 21daybusiness.com, www.21daybusiness.com. There you can enroll for free. You can enroll for free. And what you're going to do is you're going to get messages from me every single day for 21 days that will link you to lessons for those respective days. Every day you're going to get a fresh lesson. It's a video-based lesson, show you what to do, encourage you, inspire you, let you know that God put a passion, put a vision in you. Don't give up. All right. And so if you want to start your business from scratch, or if you want to just really brush up on your skills, maybe you have a business, maybe you have a nonprofit and you're like, hey, I still want to take it to the next level. Check out our course, 21daybusiness.com. That's how you find it. You can join the crash course for free. Won't cost you anything. Message and data rates may apply. We're just going to send you a text message every single day. All right. Well, I'm Pastor GJ Barnes. I pray this was helpful to you. I'm excited for what God is doing in your life. If you are using this, if you have used this as it relates to establishing trust and building your service-based business, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and subscribe to this channel, because that's what we are doing. Helping people in the kingdom to build businesses, to walk in their purpose, be independent, and make an impact in the world. All right? I'm Pastor GJ Barnes. I'll see you next time.